my black kings, my African kings, my Israelite kings and queens, we must come back to the Most High. Stop depending on a nation who never had your best interest in mind. Yes, it will be blood. Esther and our people had to go to war, but fear wasn't an obstacle. It was used to sharpen the sword. Remember, my queens, as you stand today, you have a beautiful position, yet you must yield so it will take its place. We lift you up, our kings, our black kings, our African kings, our Israelite kings, and ignite the flame. For knowing your black skin is not a badge of shame, but rather a glorious symbol of natural greatness, which our voices will live to proclaim. Ashe.
Today in women's history, Queen Esther. She became queen after King Xerxes' first wife refused to obey him, and she was chosen for her beauty. Queen Esther was also an orphan, raised by her cousin, Mordecai. She's best known for saving her people from the genocide ordered by her husband.
Truth is that?
Knowledge is power.
Power is power. Seize him. Cut his throat. Stop. Let him go. Step back 3 paces. Turn around. Close your eyes. Power is power.
Hadassah, who most of us know as Esther, went to live with Mordecai when both of her parents died. She grew up near the palace because that's where Mordecai was involved. She knew who King Xerxes was, and she knew about Vashti and how Vashti was said to be one of the most beautiful women in the world. When Vashti was banished, it shook the entire kingdom. Everyone, including Mordecai, heard about how the king was going to be looking for a new queen. Mordecai knew that Hadassah was beautiful, and that it was likely that she was going to be taken. Because of this, he told Hadassah to go by the name Esther, and to not reveal that she was a Jew. This was to protect her from those in the palace who wanted to harm the Jews. The time came and Esther was taken from her home. She had 12 months of tedious beauty treatments, but during this time she made a friend. Little did she know that her friend Haggai would help her win the love of the king.
Let's talk about the Jewish holiday of Purim, which is coming up in March, and I am so excited. I went to go look for videos about Purim from last year to share, and I couldn't find any actually explaining the holiday. And crazy to think that last year Purim, I had 100,000 followers, so a lot has changed. It's pretty awesome. Purim commemorates the salvation of the Jewish people in the ancient Persian Empire. The prime minister at the time, Haman, wanted the Jews annihilated. The king at the time in 4th century BCE was King Ahasuerus. He had his wife killed and put on a beauty pageant to find a new wife. And he found this beautiful woman, Esther, who he took as his queen, and she hid that she was Jewish from him. Her cousin Mordecai was the leader of the Jewish people, and they conspired against Haman. Because Haman convinced the king to have the Jews annihilated on the 13th of Adar. So Esther threw a party, revealed to the king that she was Jewish, and the king chose to hang Haman instead of kill all the Jewish people. He also granted the Jews the right to defend themselves against their enemies, and
And Esther said, "If the king sees fit, give the Jews leave to do as today, and hang Haman's 10 sons on the gallows tomorrow." Esther's tomorrow referred to a next day far in the future. 1945. Esther asked for 10, and 10 remained. 1946. Reports from the scene.
Jew-baiter Julius Streicher bellowed out that greeting and followed it as he climbed the 13 stairs with the words, "Now I go to God." Purim Festival 1946, and now to God.
Astonishingly, the Book of Esther, the names of Haman's sons are traditionally written with 3 smaller-sized letters, spelling out Tashaz, the numerical equivalent of the year 1946, the year that the 10 Nazi war criminals were hanged.
ulala meluanine. Oh, Ugochi ifeti mana ya wala popo.